Hello, I'm Dadejanova Aziza Karamullayevna, teacher at the National University of Uzbekistan, foreign philology faculty, Department of English Philology. This video lesson is done special for first-year students. Persuasive writing. So persuasive writing is writing that tries to convince a reader to do something or to believe what you believe about a certain topic. It takes a position for or against something. Persuasive writing can be used to support a cause, to urge people to an action. For example, vote for Sarah. To make a change. The principal should let us wear hats, or to prove something wrong. To stir up sympathy. To create interest. For example, better grades get you a better job and more money. Or get people to agree with you. Persuasive writing follows a certain format. Introduction, with a hook and thesis statement. Body, where the argument is explained. And conclusion, where main points are summarized and reviewed, and the reader is left with something to think about the topic. And very important part of persuasive writing is introduction. Here you have to grab reader's attention. First, before you start writing, you should know your audience. Who will read your writing? Who do you need to convince? The audience may be your friends, your teacher, your parents, or somebody else. So, will you be graded? On what? Should you be casual or professional? You have to pay attention to these points when you are writing a persuasive text. Second, pick a side. The writer must clearly state his or her position and stay with that position. Pick a side. Generally, the position is stated in the opening paragraph or introduction. 3. Do your research. In order to convince the reader, you need more than just an opinion. You need facts or examples to back your opinion, so be sure to do the research. 4. Make a plan, then write the 6-paragraph essay. Introduction with hook and thesis, argument with supporting details, argument 2 with supporting detail, and argument 3 with supporting some kind of opinion, and 5th, show the counter-argument and make an argument against it. Then the last, try to write a powerful conclusion. Do's and don'ts of persuasive writing. So, divide into 6 paragraphs. Have a thesis statement in your introduction. Come up with 3 main points. With supporting your argument, sure. So, show the counter-argument. Have a conclusion that has clinched your statement. Come up with a catchy title. Don't begin with hello, my name is something, I'm going to write about something, or don't use the word I. Don't be wishy-washy, pick a side. Also, don't forget to support your opinion with facts and examples. What makes a good introduction? It grabs or hooks the reader's attention by using one or more of the following strategies. For example, an anecdote, quotation, interesting fact or statistic, or some kind of questions. Good strategies used in introduction. Use an anecdote, questioning, interesting facts and statistics. Anecdote you have to use to write a professional experience or made-up situation to introduce a position. Questioning. The writer asks thought-proving questions to capture the reader's interest. For example, let's look at this. Get your reader's attention with the challenging thoughts. For example, what's plain and boring? What makes all students in a school building look at the same and lose their individuality? If you guessed uniforms, you are correct. So using this kind of reader gets your reader's attention with challenging thoughts. Let's look at the next. You could begin with a strong statement. For example, fast food consumption has risen 500% since 1970 and today reaches nearly every part of society, including some public school cafeterias. So this is an example to a strong statement using in your introduction part. Let's go to the next. You could open with a quotation. For example, advertising, including television ads, billboards, and other advertising, including toys in boxed meals, has had an effect upon children as never before. So this is an example. University of Delaware professor states. Let's look at the next good introduction starters. For example, you could open with an interesting fact given in this example. Did you know that typical child needs 2,000 calories for an entire day, and Burger King's Whopper with triple cheese has 1,230 calories? So this fact gives a very good attention getter when you write your introduction part. So let's look at the next examples. You could open with a fact or statistics. For example, 30% of the children in the survey ate fast food on any given day during the survey, and they ate an average of 187 calories a day more than those who did not eat fast food. These additional calories could account for an extra 6 pounds of weight gained per year, according to Ludwig. You could open with a question. How many times have you eaten fast food this month? Or this kind of another question that makes others to think and grab their attention. Open with an outrageous statement. For example, fast food is killing America. Or you can use another this kind of statement. So let's look at the next. Creating a thesis statement. A thesis statement is one sentence at the end of your introduction that states your opinion. It needs to be strong. First, choose 3 main focus points to discuss in your essay. These points will become the focus of 3 paragraphs in the body of your paper. Let's use fast food as an example. Again, fast food. 3 discussion points. Rapidly increase weight, cause high blood pressure, and leads to sluggishness. Let's look at the next. Writing the thesis statement. Now take your 3 main focus points and summarize them. Put your completed thesis statement at the end of your first paragraph. For example, 3 main focus points. I believe fast food is harmful because it rapidly increases weight, causes high blood pressure, and leads to lethargy. Completed thesis statement. Our introductory paragraph look at our example. First, catchy title. Fast food is killing America. Then, hook the reader. Did you know that a typical child needs 2,000 calories for an entire day, and Burger King Whopper with triple cheese has 1,230 calories? Thesis statement and your 3 arguments are given in this introductory paragraph. Look, fast food is harmful because it rapidly increases weight, causes high blood pressure, and leads to sluggishness. Fast food is bad for your health. 3 supporting paragraphs. Use each of main argument you used in your introductory paragraph and expand on each given facts and reasons. In our example, you would write 1 paragraph on how fast food increases weight, 1 paragraph on how it causes high blood pressure, and 1 on how it leads to sluggishness. When you are writing your own persuasive text, you also have to find three main things, and you have to support these three main things in three different paragraphs. So these examples will be helpful. Let's look at the next, the other side. How many of you have been in discussion with someone and you remember saying, "Yeah, that's true, but..." This is called a counter-argument. It's the other side. So the other side of the story is where you should explain why your opposition believes what they believe. For example, look at this example. Now let's look at the conclude or end your essay. So what makes a good conclusion? Last paragraph summarize your main point and using one or more of the following strategies. The last paragraph wraps up the writing and gives the reader something to think about. For example, call the reader action, use an anecdote, make a prediction in your strategies. So strategies for conclusion. So in this slide there is given examples. For example, look, call the action. I challenge you to watch what you eat and avoid fast food. Restate your thesis. In closing, it's important to remember that too much fast food can have negative effects on your health. If not eaten in moderation, you can gain weight, suffer from high blood pressure, and become slow and sluggishness. It's worth to risk to your body. Eat healthy and make good choice. It's a very good concluding paragraph. So don't forget, make sure to read over your work and edit for mechanic and spelling. Write neatly, include detail and great vocabulary, follow proper format, proper heading, and skip lines. We think that today's our lesson could be helpful when you are writing some kind of powerful attention getter, this kind of writing. So thank you for your attention and see you till our next lessons.